What's up guys, and today we're looking at two brand new irons from Titleist. We've got the Players Distance T200s, the 2023 version, versus the tour inspired T150 irons, who are going to be for those better players looking for slightly more distance from their irons. In this video we're going to look at our first impressions of the irons and how they stack up against each other, their key features, the lofts and specs, feel and performance, and which one we recommend buying and for who, or whether you should consider mixing and matching from both sets, as is going to be a good idea for many players in the game. As always, thanks for watching, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Starting off with the T200s, and these are a sleek, modern player's distance iron with a hollow body construction and dual tungsten in the heel and the toe, which are going to offer a lot of power, stability, forgiveness and control alongside workability. And this is a good choice for players seeking powerful performance without the bulkiness of game improvement irons, but a lot of the same performance features. Titleist have also put a lot of work into improving the sound and feel of these irons over the 2021 version, so let's see how they actually performed out on the range and out on the course. So the T150s are brand new to the T series from Titleist, and they look to bridge the gap between the more players focused irons like the T100s and the distance oriented models like the T200s. And these are designed with a slightly wider sole, more generous blade length, and a polymer filled muscle channel at the back, as opposed to the T100s. And the lofts are slightly stronger than the T100s as well, which is going to add to that more powerful feel, while maintaining that compact look and workability of the T100s. So it's aimed at low handicap golfers, and it looks to combine playability, responsiveness, forgiveness, and that more power that we'd expect in a more distance oriented model. So looking at the T200's key features, and we've got a re-engineered chassis. So these have been stripped down and rebuilt from the 2021 model, and that has been done to enhance the feel, sound and stability of the club by strategically reinforcing the heel and toe areas. We've got dual tungsten weighting in the heel and the toe, which is going to stretch that sweet spot along the compact blade. It's also going to optimize the positioning of the center of gravity, allowing for a higher launch angle. We've got variable bounce sole, so that is going to allow the club to cut through the turf effortlessly, and it's also got a softer trailing edge for cleaner ball striking and the more workability that we're looking for as opposed to a game improvement iron. We've got enhanced core support and max impact technology, which is going to work together to maximize the ball speed, overall performance, as well as the sound and feel of the club. And that was a big goal of Titleist, to reduce the clicky noise of the 2021 version, and they've achieved this goal with a much smoother sounding club. These ones retail for $200 a club, so you can pick up a 7 club set for $1,400, and we're giving them an overall score of 94 out of 100. So the T150s have an optimized tour look and feel, so they look very similar to the T100s at address and on the shelf. The key difference is that polymer filled muscle channel at the back, which is just going to add more power, and it's also going to lower the center of gravity because they've got stronger lofts. So the lower center of gravity is going to allow you to get the ball in the air and get those higher spin rates. We've got a thicker top line and stronger lofts, so the clubs are a little bit bigger and chunkier than the T100s, but they're still going to look like a player's iron on the course. And as well, they've got those stronger lofts, but just with the enhanced engineering, we've managed to keep the solid performance. We've just added some distance and maintained that workability and stopping power. So the muscle channel at the back is added after the initial forged club head has been made. And we've also got CNC face milling, which is just going to allow us to get that spin on the ball, get those launch angles while maintaining the power of the club. Again, we've got precision welded tungsten weighting in the heel and the toe of the club, which is going to stretch the sweet spot, and it's just going to add a little bit more forgiveness to the club. It's going to keep that center of gravity low to get that ball in the air. And we've also got the variable bounce sole, which is going to allow the club to cut through the turf effortlessly. Again, these ones are $1,400 for the full set, and we're giving them a 95 out of 100 because we found they were very close to the T200s in terms of distance and the spin as well. So very close in terms of distance, launch angle, and they had better stopping power, but the T200s were slightly more forgiving. So in terms of lofts, we can see that the T150s come with a 3 iron, which is 19 degrees. It's going to be an excellent option, especially off the tee on the more narrow fairways. And then we can see that the T200s have got a little bit stronger loft, and that's the only real difference in distance that we're seeing, that 1 to 1.5 degrees of loft less that the T200s have. So who should buy which one? And both of these irons are at the same price point, so it's going to make sense for a lot of people to mix and match the irons, like having the long irons of the T200s and then having a T150s in your shorter irons. So if you want to buy all T200s, this is going to be for mid-handicappers with good ball striking that just want to maybe move on from a game improvement iron but don't want to go into a full player's model just yet. So you're going to get good game improvement distance, you're going to get that forgiveness, but you're also going to get more workability from left to right and stopping power on the greens. The T150s are for the players who have good swing speeds and want to get more distance out of their players' irons, and they have an excellent forge feel, great distance, nice high launch angle, great stopping power and workability. Certain players will like the forgiveness of the T200s in the longer irons and the workability of the T150s in the shorter irons, so a great idea to mix and match with these. Some low handicappers will like to mix the T150s in the long irons and the T100s in the shorter irons, and then some will like the T350s in the longer irons and the T200s in the shorter irons. It just depends where you are in the game. All these clubs are quite expensive, but they do offer that amazing Titleist performance. And if you're on a budget, you can consider looking at other brands, or you could consider picking up an older set of Titleist irons second hand. They're still quite good, just not at the pinnacle like these clubs that we've reviewed today. So that concludes our video for today, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.